about Andrew Cohen here because everybody has been dragging this man for filth because on the upcoming episode of part 3, Real Housewives of Potomac, he actually makes a comment at Monique where he talks about a little check. Maybe that was last episode. I can't remember now. But anyway, all right, Monique says, I ain't tripping off this little check anyway. And Andy goes, little check? Little check. Is Chris making the money that he was? And Monique's like, yeah, but is he making the money that he did when he was in the NFL? Monique is like, yes. My husband invests. He does very well. And Andy was just so appalled. He just couldn't believe that a black family actually had their finances together. And I just wish Monique would have said, Andy, I don't know if you think you're talking to Robin, but you're not talking to Robin. You're talking to Monique. We might spend money, but we know how to make way more than we spend. Like we doing it right over here. And so I gotta say this, at the end of the day, I'm not surprised that Andy was over there gaslighting Monique. I'm not surprised that he was being fake, and I'm not surprised that he was trying to insinuate that a black NFL player was not good with his money, because quite frankly, okay, let's get into it. Quite frankly, Andy is not used to being around black folks that don't need white folks like that and don't need their money. See, he's used to being around the ones that are begging for a job. He's used to being around the ones that's begging to stay on these shows. But when you black and you on these types of shows and you say, I don't need this check anyway, he's appalled and don't know what to do with himself. And Andy, I know you ain't never really seen black folks thrive like that. You are from Clayton, Missouri. Clayton, Missouri is an upscale part of St. Louis. And St. Louis is very segregated. So everything you saw was white folks over here doing well, and you just assumed that the black folks was doing bad. And that stayed with you. Now, y'all might be like, well, Storm, why you gotta go in his background and talk about where he from? Why does that make a difference? Because it does. Because when you're not around a diverse group of people that are making it, you kind of just have in your mind, oh, this how ninjas is, and this how we are. Come on, Andy, let's tell the truth and shame the devil now, okay? But why you talk about Monique? Let's talk about the fact that when Chris Samuel sat down, Andy, and you sat there and you talked to a former NFL player about the NBA and was surprised when he said, screw that, I want to get right to the point of disrespect of my wife. You look very shocked, Andy. But see, we shocked, and we not shocked at how fake your ass actually is, because see, I know that whole little small talk that you had playing with Chris Samuels was actually for Juan Dixon. See, that was the NBA player. See, there's a difference between NBA and NFL. Now, they both involve balls. I know you've had a lot of balls in your life, in your mouth, in your hands, all up all over your face, your forehead, and the crack of your ass. Like, I know you have, but I'm just telling you, there's a difference between the ball you dribble and the ball you throw. I don't. See, you don't really take me for somebody that's really into sports like that, Andy. And when you watch the sports game, you got to watch it for more than just the locker room confessionals after. I know the locker room's your favorite part. The steam room is too, but y'all ain't heard that from me. And so I say all that to say, Andy, why you in everybody else's business? Why ain't nobody talking about you, Andy? Why we ain't talking about all the alleged booger sugar that you do, Andy? Why we ain't talking about that? Because Danielle talked about it. Danielle stopped. Why we ain't talking about the fact that you screwing 3 or 4 dudes on Grindr a day, people, a day? That's a whole lot of activity. That's a whole lot of fucktivity going on in your life, Andrew. Like, we just want to know. So you can't believe that a black family actually got their finances together. We can't believe that your ass took 4 pounds a day and you still able to walk and thrive and do your job. I mean, I don't know what you're more addicted to, coke or cock. Like, we just the people want to know. Can I ask you something else, Andy? Are you always thirsty? Look at me, I need some water. Are you always thirsty? I always notice when you on camera, you always got a mouthful of spit always coming out the side of your damn mouth. If you don't learn to swallow before you talking to camera, we don't want to see all that white shit in your mouth. You might be used to gargling that white shit in your mouth, but we don't want to see it, sir. We just don't. I just trying to figure out why you thought it was okay to gaslight Monique. Let's just keep it real. You really don't like Monique. You like Giselle, which is why she's sitting next to you at the reunion when she offers nothing to the show. What did Giselle bring to the show? What is Giselle's storyline? Nothing but causing mess with everybody else. You had Karen. Okay, Karen is fine. She the OG. You should have had Monique sat next to you. Quite frankly, it should have been Karen, Monique, and Karen, Monique, and Candace closest to you, because they literally carried the season on their damn shoulders. Now, I know because, they didn't want Monique to drag Candace again. They couldn't really get too close. But I'm just saying all that to say, come on now, tell the truth and shame the damn devil. Do y'all feel what I'm saying? Do y'all feel what I'm saying? I just want us to tell the truth and shame the devil. They always want to act like we need them. But you needed Bravo. Bravo saved your life because nobody was checking for you before then. Let's talk about the fact that you treat all of your employees like crap. Kathy Griffin said you treated her like a dog, that you were misogynistic. How you gonna be misogynistic? But you in these women's faces smiling. You were no friend to anybody but yourself. Let's call that what it is, Andy. I see right through you. Let's talk about how 10, 20 years from now, we're gonna have a whole lot of surviving Andy Cohen. Cause see, I ain't forgot about this here. Hold up. Wait a minute. First off, you got to be suspicious of somebody that talks about penis literally every time they're on air, as if we want to hear about this shit. But hold on. You remember James Kennedy, Andy? We gonna talk about some Wonderbreed news real quick. You remember how you did him? Hold up. Let me pull up this picture. I forgot to pull it up here. Let me pull up this picture real quick. James Kennedy. I'm gonna show y'all just who this is. Wait a minute. Hold up. Let me get another. You know, it'd be tripping when you're trying to download this ish. Okay, well, let's go here. Let's try again. Nothing really. You don't want to pull up? Ooh, excuse me. Hold on, y'all. We don't get this right here, damn it. There we go. All right, cool. Let's talk about this man right here, Andy. Do you remember at the Billboard Music Awards? One of them awards over there, Eat What You Did to Him? When he was just trying to do his job on the red carpet and you put your arm around his neck and you said, what you doing tonight? No, but for real, what you doing tonight? And we can tell that you was high and drunk out of your mind, and James felt really uncomfortable, but he didn't want to say nothing because, you know, he didn't want to go against the status quo. He didn't want to lose his job over there at E! News. Let's talk about that. I want to know that. Between your 3 to 4 grinder dates a day, all the booger sugar, allegedly, you being drunk as hell, constantly being addicted to cocaine, cock, and just always just sexualizing other men. I just, you know, if a man had did that to a woman, that definitely would have been okay. So why was it okay for gay men on straight men? We want to know. Oh, James remember that. James ain't gonna say nothing, but he remember that. So I say all that to say, we watching you, Andy, and you need to know that all this karma, you will have to pay for it one day. You pay it on the front and on the back, but you surely will pay. If Harvey Weinstein can be taken down, R. Kelly, they got AJ from over there at Extra talking about he was sexually assaulting people. If it can happen to them, it can definitely happen to you. And best believe, when that shit do come out, Andy, Bravo is going to drop you like a sack potato, because just like you treat those black folks on the payroll like they on the payroll, you're on the payroll too. You don't own Bravo. You might service this and service that, but you are the face, but you are not the name. You are not actually the owner. Let's call it what it is, Andy. Tell the truth and shame the devil.